You wake up every day, try to do the right thing, work hard, and treat others well. But no matter how much effort you put in, it feels like you're hitting a wall. Money is always tight, there's underlying tension at home, and that low-level anxiety about the future just won't go away. Meanwhile, you look around and see people who cut corners, act selfishly, or treat others poorly, and they seem to be cruising through life without a care. It's incredibly frustrating. You start lying awake at night wondering why you're carrying all the weight, while the universe seems to be rewarding bad behavior. The truth is, your luck isn't cursed, and the universe isn't singling you out. What's actually happening is a mechanical issue. You are suffering from unconscious energy leaks. Without realizing it, you've built up tiny daily habits that are actively neutralizing your hard work, leaking out your momentum before it can ever build into success. To fix this, we need to track exactly where this energy is escaping. We're going to audit a single day of your life to identify these specific leaks, leading up to one massive psychological trap that 99% of people are completely blind to. The good news is you don't need to completely overhaul your life or change your personality. You just need to seal these microscopic daily drains. Once you do, the effort you're already putting in will finally have the space to compound. Let's start the moment you open your eyes. For most of us, the very first action of the day is grabbing the phone. We immediately scroll through messages, check the daily news, or look at social media. Before you've even had a chance to wake up, you've allowed external stress, other people's emergencies, and random negativity to dictate the baseline of your entire day. You have to defend your morning mind. Tomorrow, leave the phone alone for the first 30 minutes. Wake up, sit quietly for 5 minutes, drink a glass of water, and just breathe. Reclaim that initial block of time to set your own terms for the day before you let the rest of the world inside your head. Once you do pick up that phone, take a hard look at your messaging profile picture. In today's world, this is your primary digital identity. For 90% of the people you interact with, this tiny image is the filter through which they view your competence and confidence. Using old group shots or impersonal imagery doesn't just confuse the observer, it signals that you are hiding within a crowd rather than standing as an individual. When you project a fragmented or poorly lit image, you are training the world and yourself to treat your presence as an afterthought. Updating this image to a clean, confident portrait reinforces a professional standard. It forces you to consciously claim your identity each time you see your own profile, creating a feedback loop where you act with the same level of individual agency you're projecting to the world. Now, look at your physical wallet. A wallet stuffed with crumpled notes and old receipts makes it impossible to actually track your resources. If you treat the physical home of your money like a trash bin, you lose the mental precision required to manage and grow it. You fix this by treating your money with physical respect. Keep the bills crisp and the space organized. This order provides the mental clarity needed to apply the 10% rule, locking away a tenth of everything you earn into a reserve before a single expense is paid. That same need for order applies to your household. One of the heaviest drains on personal peace is generational friction, particularly the subtle daily tension between mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law. This constant state of defense prevents the home from being a place of recovery. The solution is a deliberate communication buffer. Commit to 10 minutes of daily conversation over tea, where criticism is strictly banned. Talk about the neighborhood, the weather, or a recipe. Anything neutral that allows you to interact without the fear of judgment or the need to defend yourself. Domestic friction and financial disarray are both forms of static. They distract your focus and drain your decision-making power. By removing these micro-frictions, vocabulary, listen to how you describe your life. Constantly repeating phrases like, "I suffer so much," or "I always have bad luck," reinforces a narrative where you are the passive victim of external forces. Your spoken words act as psychological anchors. Shift your framing from "I suffered" to "I've overcame." Acknowledging that you survived difficult situations changes your self-image from someone being crushed by the world to someone capable of navigating it. We often bring this same victim mentality into our spiritual lives, using prayer or reflection only when we need to ask for a favor or a solution to a crisis. This keeps our focus entirely on what we are currently missing. Spend 2 minutes every morning expressing pure gratitude. Acknowledge your health, your family, or simply the opportunity to start the day. Do not ask for a single thing. Simply practice being aware of what is already functioning in your life. Shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have overcome rewires your brain to spot new opportunities. When you stop obsessing over obstacles, you finally have the mental bandwidth to see the paths forward that were previously hidden by your own frustration. Even with a perfect morning and an organized home, there is one final mistake that can neutralize all of your progress. It is the heaviest of all energy leaks, harboring deep resentment and refusing to forgive someone who wronged you. Holding a grudge is like keeping a contaminant in your own system. The anger stays active in your mind, ruining the benefits of every other healthy habit you've built. It keeps your internal environment in a state of constant, low-level toxicity. We resist forgiveness because we confuse it with justice. We think that by staying angry, we are somehow punishing the offender or holding them accountable. In reality, the offender has likely moved on, while you are the only one still experiencing the physical and mental stress of the event. Every time you relive that resentment, your body reacts as if the injury is happening again. You are physically suffering, losing sleep, and draining your focus on behalf of someone who isn't even in the room. You are paying a daily tax for a past debt you didn't even incur. Forgiveness is a selfish, mechanical act. It is the deliberate severing of an emotional chain to reclaim the mental energy you are currently wasting on an adversary. It is the final step in cleaning your internal environment so your own energy can finally expand. To achieve this release, you need a disciplined practice. Every night for the next 21 days, visualize the person who caused you pain. In the privacy of your own mind, decide to release them. You don't need to call them or reconcile. You only need to stop the internal reactivation of the memory. Expect resistance. For the first week, your ego will argue that they don't deserve peace. Stay consistent. By day 21, the emotional charge will dissipate, and you will find that the memory no longer has the power to derail your focus. Luck is the byproduct of intention. By auditing these daily habits and sealing the microleaks, you remove the frictions that were slowing you down. Your life gains the momentum you've already earned, and your path forward finally becomes clear.